Hey everyone, before we started, I just wanted to talk about how amazing our World Cup women's soccer team was. Our soccer was just amazing, and our women were amazing, and Carly Lloyd had the game of her life. I'm just floored by how amazing our women are, and I just wanted to say congratulations and thank you for such a great cup and for being who you are. And I'm so excited to get my 3-star jersey. I cannot wait for it to come. Now that we've talked about the exhilaration that is the World Cup, let's talk about the dire melancholy of True Detective. Hey everyone, it's Nick Campbell. A friend of mine gave me a good analogy over the weekend for what True Detective is trying to do. We talked about the movie Chinatown and how it has its own land stuff, but it's couched in this daughter-sister incest storyline. So to get around this boring annexing storyline, we also have the sex-based intrigue. True Detective is trying real hard to do that this season. The trouble is that it's going so slowly, you can barely tell it's moving at all. And all the while, it's hitting all of these terrible notes. I mean, if you've never watched the show before, you know who all the main characters are. They are all the brooding, overly serious, theatrically silly ones on a backdrop of people that don't have unnatural reactions to things.
Is that a fucking e-cigarette?
Calm down, Riggins. Not only are we dealing with land plots and purposeful overacting, but we also have one of my least favorite genres. The mob thing. The mob thing? The mob thing. I know that's probably an unpopular thing to say, but to me, organized crime is a well-tread and repetitive field. And this storyline is playing out like Nick Pictolato is finally finding a place for a Sopranos fan fiction. Frank is hitting all the beats. Extortion, unsavory deals, racketeering, construction work, emotional distance, sad blowjobs, on-demand pliers, reassurance he is not a teenage girl,
My goddamn teenage girl!
Frank.
family meetings, dead henchmen. That's Stan, by the way. You might know him from this scene, or maybe this scene, but that's it, because there are no other scenes. Vince Vaughn's eyeballs might be doing a lot of heavy lifting acting-wise. Do work, eyeballs, but they can't make me interested in the criminal underworld. It just feels like a cheap ploy for story in a well-dug mine. Speaking of cheap, Ray's not dead.
Pissed myself.
The cliffhanger for episode 2 might be important later, since the person that shot Ray has access to police riot gear. But they did it in a way that felt less gripping and more manipulative. The guy was shot twice with a shotgun. It's a universally recognized sign as, yep, we killed him. But not only does he live, he has a flash sideways. But this flash sideways has a heavy-handed foreshadowing for us.
You step out the trees. You ain't that fast. Oh, son, they kill you. They shoot you to pieces.
So we know at some point that Ray's going to go into a heavily wooded area and he's not coming out. You see, the show is all about the subtleties. More subtleties? Men hate Annie on this show.
Bezzarides is running the case, sir.
Bezzarides is going to be running a yogurt stand.
She's either the suck 'em and leave 'em type, or she's just a good old-fashioned see you next Tuesday, or she's a sexual pawn for the state.
I'm not saying fuck him, but maybe let him think you might fuck him.
It's all very disconcerting, because I'm not sure if this is the show making a statement about women in the workplace and the abuse that they take every day, or if this is Nick Picciolato's special brand of male gaze. True Detective historically isn't one of the strongest bastions for feminism. In fact, there's only one man on the show, other than her left-behind partner, that treats Annie with any amount of consistent respect. And even that's not very consistent.
Is that a fucking e-cigarette?
Sexual identity can be fluid, so I'm not going to say that Woodrow is certainly a closeted gay man, but he's definitely struggling with some gayish feelings. Flirting from any gender makes him noticeably uncomfortable. And his friend almost gets the wrong end of a hot bullet after suggesting any amount of intimacy. Most of Woodrow's part of the episode was exploring how awkward it is in a gay-friendlier world when you're trying so desperately to hide your man-on-man thoughts. And again, I'm not sure if this is the show making a statement on how it feels to be a closeted gay man, or again, if it's that special brand of male gaze. Gaze with a Z and an E. Also, I'd like to note that that club that he was in doesn't exist. At least, I don't think so. But all of my dance parties are more like the Peanuts Christmas dance party. The web might be revealing itself slowly, with Woodrow bumping into Frank, with Woodrow's friend becoming part of the Electricians Guild, the state slowly closing in on Ray. But this season still feels like a slow joke. It's almost like an SNL parody of something that hasn't existed yet. I know they went to great lengths to keep the ending of the season secret, and we don't know the whole story yet. But the story needs to start moving, and the quality needs to be better. If I have to hear another shoehorn apoplectic in the dialogue, I will not let the stridency pass. Thanks for watching.